This time on ECOTtv, we head to Mingo Junction, Ohio to meet an Ecot teacher that hosts foreign exchange students. I'm Ecot 10th grader Jessica Richter, and welcome to ECOTtv. Ecot language arts teacher Robb Townsend has a fascination with traveling and exploring cultures around the world. So much so that Mr. Townsend has hosted students from other countries to share with them what it's like to live here in Ohio.
My name is Robb Townsend, and for the last 12 years, I have taught English 4. I've always been fascinated with exchange students. My neighbors had 3 of them when I was growing up, and I always just thought it was the coolest thing, and I always wanted my parents to do it, but we just never were able to do it. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to do it, I jumped at it. An exchange student is a student from another country who stays in an American home in order to experience the American culture. I like helping them to improve their English and learning a little bit of their language. I like experimenting with their foods. 3 years ago, with the first exchange student, we asked him, "What would you eat for Christmas?" And he said, Wiener Schnitzel and potato salad. And still, 3 years later, my family for Christmas, we include Wiener Schnitzel and potato salad because we all came to like it so much.
My name is Fernando Prestes. I'm from Brazil and I have 16 years old. Brazil is a pretty place, like we have a lot of beaches and it's hot, really hot. It's not like here cold. Rob is like my second family. He do all that I want. I love it. I don't want to go home.
When Fernando first arrived, he struggled with English. In fact, a lot of his answers were hand signals, yes, no. And of course he speaks Portuguese, which is very, very different than English. But now, every week that goes by, I notice his vocabulary increases, his confidence in the language increases.
I'm gonna learn a new language like English, and that for sure gonna help me in my future to get a good job.
When an exchange student comes, my main goal is to let him experience what he wants. If he wants to participate in the local sports, I support that. I make sure he gets to practices in the games.
In school here, I played football. I was the kicker for the team, and I also played soccer. I brought with me my flag that my friend sang in and say that have a safe travel, enjoy it, I love you, I'm gonna miss you, stuff like this. Meeting Rob's family is really good because I can learn really things about a real American family, and they treat me like their family, so I love that. It's really cool.
For anybody who would be interested in having this experience like I've had, I would say log on to a website, and it's as simple as filling out a form, and then the company will contact you and you can experience the same experiences that I've had, which for me have all been very positive. There are lots of kids every year who want to come, and sometimes the only reason they don't get to come on the exchange is a lack of host families in the US. So if anybody would be interested in opening your homes to one of these students, I would highly encourage you to join me in hosting an exchange student in your home and experiencing this global perspective for yourself.
Next, we will take a quick glance at the Ecot events calendar. Don't forget that when you see the ECOTtv logo next to an event, that means that the ECOTtv crew is planning on attending too.
As long as you love me, I'll be your platinum, I'll be your silver, I'll be your gold. As long as you love me, as long as you love me.
Before Thanksgiving break, our question of the week was, what are your goals for the next 5 years? Here are just a few of your responses. The third place response comes from Alyssa on Facebook, and she says, my goal for the next 5 years would be to finish high school, then go to college. Another goal is to make tons more friends and do well in all the clubs I've joined at Ecot. The second place response is from Mason. After I graduate this year, my goal is to get a degree in landscape construction and business from Ohio State. Jennifer has the winning response this week. She says, "My goals are to be a good student and a good mother. I want to finish up high school and get a career to make a better life for my daughter." Great job, Jennifer. Now here's our next question of the week. What's your favorite movie quote? Don't forget to tell us what movie the quote is from. You can submit your responses on ECOTtv.com, Facebook, or send a message to ECOTtv in the Message Center. The top 3 responses will be read here next week on ECOTtv.
Welcome to the Geek, the History Geek, with Chris and Sean. Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Chris.
And we're... Wait, Chris, this doesn't quite feel right. I think we need to suit up first. Wow, that is better. Let's do that again. Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Chris.
And we're the History Geeks. We're here at Ecot to invite you to join us in the History Geek Club.
That's right. In the History Geek Club, we will be exploring historic sites around Ohio to uncover the exciting past of our great state.
Not only will we be exploring history hands-on in the field, but we'll also be meeting in live sessions throughout the year for discussions and debates over your favorite history topics. This will give you an opportunity to meet new friends at Ecot.
All right, all you young whippersnappers. If you are ready to enlist and join us as a History Geek, you just need to go to your social studies classroom and look for the History Geek flyer page. Click on the SurveyMonkey link and fill out your information.
Chris, I have a fun fact for you.
Sweet.
Did you know that there is also a History Geek Club group on Ecot Connect?
I did.
That's right, so make sure you check us out on Ecot Connect as well.
That's all the time we have. We hope that you will join us as an Ecot History Geek.
Don't forget to keep an eye on ECOTnews.com for all the latest announcements and articles about what's going on at Ecot. Coming up this Thursday for the midweek update, we will meet an Ecot family that lives in another country during most of the year. We're so glad you're watching. For ECOTtv, I'm Jessica Richter.